Welcome back, boys and girls. So here's my model. Let's go ahead and read it. Follow along with me on your screen as I read the directions aloud. In Living Green, we learned this week 3 friends work together on a school project about caring for the environment. In the process, they gain a new understanding of how their actions affect the planet. Write a new scene for the play in which the girls present their poster to the class and explain what they learned about their mindset and their behavior. Write the new scene in a script format, including character names, dialogue, stage directions, and think about text evidence as you write your play based off what we read about with those characters, of what they said or what they did in the play that we had already read. Okay? So here are my production notes already. You will also have the same. Eva, Bo, and Grace are standing in front of their peers and teacher, Miss Garcia, and they are ready to present their Reduce, Reuse, Recycle poster at the front of the class. You have to write the rest. Alright? So here's what I got so far. Eva says, after setting up the poster board, for our Reduce, Reuse, Recycle poster, my group and I came up with several different ideas to affect the planet in a positive way. Bo, yes, like I had the idea of saving the water that is wasted often while you wait for the shower to get warm. Eva, and I thought of how we could put on a hoodie or a sweater in our homes instead of turning the heat on when it gets a little chilly. This can save a lot of energy. Smiling. Grace, we also realized that if we buy less stuff, we save energy as well. We could probably agree that you have stuff at home. You could probably agree that you have stuff at home that you don't use anymore, right? Miss Garcia, I know I do. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that is not used. I'm going to pause there. My scene is not done. It's not complete. But let's check over here on to the right at my success criteria. So I have some things that I need to include. Did I include character tags? Yes, I did. So character tags, again, are when I state the name. Dialogue between characters. Do I have dialogue that flows between characters like a conversation between each other? Yes, I do. Stage directions. Those stage directions are in parentheses that we have, like for example, Eva, after setting up the poster board. And you must have at least a total of 12 lines, is how much you should have. I don't have 12 lines yet, but I'm getting there. Okay? So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So I need 7 more to make 12. So I'm going to have to go on over to page 2 to make those 12 lines. So I'm close. And then I must include some text evidence of what the characters should say or would say based off what we read. I remember in the text, Bo did say something about wasting water. Okay? I also remember Eva saying something about when it gets cold, that she can just put on a hoodie. So, I am using some text evidence based off what I learned about the characters from the story we read previously. Okay? Now, what are you guys going to do? So, let's take a look back here. So, for you, what are you going to do first? So, first, you're going to get rid of these so you don't have to look at all my markings. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on back. So what you guys are going to do is what exactly? So you are going to first, you and your partner are going to work together, and you're going to identify, okay, who are the characters in the story Living Green that we read? What's the setting? Is there a conflict? Are there multiple conflicts? What's the plot of the story? Kind of like what's the main idea of what happens, okay? So kind of just sum it up in 2 sentences or so. And then, is there a theme? Is there something that this story is supposed to teach us as the reader? Okay? What's it supposed to teach us? A life lesson to be learned. And then, your you-do today is writing your play. Now, you can go back and you can check to see what I've done. If you need some pointers of how to get started, because sometimes I understand it might be a little bit tricky to get started. Okay? But I think that you can do it. Don't forget, we do have our success criteria down here to the right that you can look at, just in case if you're not sure, to make sure that you include everything that's needed. Your goal is to have at least 12 lines. All right? This is Mr. Fleming. I hope you have a good time with that. When you're finished with that, and if you have time, you can share with your table what your scene was that you wrote, and then if you have time, you can act it out and post it to one of the people's journal that is sitting at your table that you acted out that scene that you wrote. Okay? You can just create a video on Seesaw. Just go to that plus sign and just hit add to journal. Alright? And then your reflection today. Oh, I gotta talk about this. Don't forget also as well, you have your rotations for the week. Quick reminder, project is due January 19th. Okay? For today's group, if you are in group 3, okay, group 3, you will not be meeting with me today. Okay? Alright? So just work on your project, work on your vocabulary, or finish up your Google Classroom. Alright? Or your other Seesaw assignment this week, which are analogies. Okay? And then here is your reflection. Thinking of today's lesson, how did you have to use the learning mindset of resilience? What was most difficult about today's lesson? Hopefully you were able to have some resilience today, because I know it can be tricky. Alright, this is Mr. Fleming. I'll catch you soon when we're going over our vocabulary routine. Bye!